Hi there, Amy Starr Allen here. And today I just want to talk about the importance of culture in your business. And I also want to talk about why having a solid culture in your business, regardless of whether it's an online business or a brick and mortar business, having a solid culture is just as important as the way that you market your business. Okay, so let me give you an example to start off with. So I am on a mastermind call every day, Monday through Friday, each week with some other members of my business culture, right? We come together 5 days a week to talk about different principles around success and business. And each day it's a different topic and it's led by a different host each day of the week. And earlier this week, my good friend Mike Hobbs was leading the call, and he was talking about an experience that he just had with this new car wash that opened where he lives in Utah. So he was talking about how he and his wife have an unlimited monthly membership to a car wash where they live that they've been going to for years. So basically they pay a monthly fee, and for that monthly fee they get unlimited car washes all month long. And they go to this car wash, and he said that it's just been a really good experience, that the car wash has a really great attention to detail, that they have, awesome vacuums. They do a good job with the car wash. They provide towels for their customers, and they just kind of go above and beyond. So they've always had a really good experience with this car wash. And then what happened was, just recently, another car wash opened in the same city. And so what happened was he was driving down the road and he saw that this new car wash, the way that they were marketing their new business was by offering a free car wash. There was a big sign on the side of the road that said, come in for a free car wash. So this is very similar to the way that we market online, right? We offer a free, what we call a lead magnet, to get potential customers in the door, give them something for free so that we can share with them the rest of what we have to offer so that they can get to know us better, right? So that's exactly what this car wash was doing. So they were offering a free car wash to get people in the door. And then once people came in for their free car wash, they were offering them some of their other packages. And they had a promotion going on where you could get unlimited car washes for $1 for your first month, right? So this is another very standard marketing strategy where they want you to pay something, because this way they get your method of payment. So it would only be $1, but then after the first month, it would renew your membership at the full price. So their goal was to get as many people as possible to sign up for the $1 membership so that they could prove to them that they have a really great service. And a lot of those people would roll over and become monthly subscriptions, right? So Mike went ahead and did this. He saw the sign on the side of the road that said, come in for a free car wash. So he went in for a free car wash, and then he went ahead and signed up for the $1 month of unlimited car washes. And he was saying that right away in his first experience, he noticed that this car wash wasn't as good of a service, wasn't as detail oriented and over and above as the other one was that he had been going to for years. And he decided not to continue with it, right? So there's a level of when you provide a good service, right? There's a level of loyalty that comes with that. The car wash that he was going to, I can't remember if he said it was a little more expensive than the new one or not, but a lot of times what happens is if you provide a really good service, then people are willing to pay a little bit more for that, and you will develop a level of loyalty with your customers as long as you're always going above and beyond. It's not always about getting a better deal, right? Because sometimes you get a better deal, but you don't get the same level of service. And I know for myself and for a lot of people, we would rather have the better service and pay a little bit more for it, right? So there's definitely some loyalty that comes with providing a really good service, right? And this car wash is an example, but this goes for a business that you might have a business online. It's the same exact thing. But the other piece of this is culture. Now, in a car wash situation, there might not be as much of a culture. I mean, there could be a little bit of a culture that they develop with their customers to create a deeper level of loyalty with their customers. But a lot of businesses do have a really solid culture. For example, I was just telling you that this story was shared on a mastermind that I'm on every day. That's part of my culture in my business. I surround myself with people in my business who come together every day for a morning call to mastermind. It's like a mindset call, right? And then every week, once a week, we have an evening mastermind on Zoom where we strategize and mastermind about marketing strategies. And every day throughout the week, we've got like this chat group going on Telegram and a Facebook group and stuff like that where people are, talking and asking questions, and everybody's providing support for each other, celebrating wins and all of that all day, every day, right? So there's a feeling of belonging, there's a feeling of support, there's a feeling of community. And that type of belonging, that's what I mean when I talk about culture. This is the kind of thing that will have people want to stick around because they feel a sense of belonging. They feel like they're being supported. They feel like they're around like-minded people who have similar dreams and goals. And they're around other leaders who provide the support that they need if they're new. So this is the type of culture that I'm talking about. What Mike was talking about with the free car wash on the side of the road, this is what we also often refer to as shiny object syndrome. And shiny object syndrome happens when there is not a level of loyalty, or, sometimes even when there is a level of loyalty, we get distracted by the shiny object. Mike did get distracted for a second, but he immediately realized that his loyalty was over here. So when there's that level of loyalty, and especially when there's a solid culture, we are a lot less likely to have that shiny object syndrome where we easily get distracted by other companies and other offers because we're happy where we are. And part of being happy where we are is being immersed in a community of people like yourself that you love and that you love to be around. We always talk about in our company, we always talk about wanting to attract the type of people that if we were stranded on a desert island, these are the people we want to be stranded with. We're not looking for just anybody, right? We're looking for the people who we enjoy being around. And that's why we have such a strong culture, right? That's how strong culture is built. It's not about just trying to find just anybody that's vertical and breathing to come hang out with you. It's about finding the right people and building a really incredible community and culture inside of your company. So regardless of what type of business that you have, it could be a restaurant, it could be an online business, any type of business, it could be a salon. You'll notice that a lot of businesses have, a culture built in. I know the salon that I went to when I lived in Colorado, I went to the same salon for 25 years. And I love the guy that cut my hair there. But he was the owner of the salon, and he just had the most amazing personality. And Eddie, if you're watching this or listening to this on my podcast, I love you. Even when I would move away, and I moved away several times when I lived in Colorado, and I would always come back. I would always go right back to that same salon to go see Eddie. He was the owner of the salon, and he, a lot of times the culture of a company trickles down from the top, right? Like, I always think about Frontier Airlines. They have such an awesome culture in their company. And a lot of that trickles down from the top. The way, they attract the most amazing employees, and then they train them to be even more amazing. But they're not attracting the grumpy, hard to get along with, miserable type of people to work for them, and that's part of their culture, right? So this salon, it was the same thing. Because of Eddie and his personality, the type of people that ended up working there had great personalities. The vibe in the salon was amazing, and it just made me I always looked forward to going in there and spending some time there. It was always just an incredible experience, and they went above and beyond. He always had somebody wash my hair. That was their area of expertise. And so it was like this incredible head massage, and I just enjoyed every second of it. So I wasn't just going in there and getting a haircut. It was an experience, right? So that's what I mean when I talk about culture. So regardless of what type of business you're in, or regardless of what type of business you have, you can create that type of culture where people want to be there. They enjoy being there. They like the people that are around them, and they enjoy being around that community and that culture, right? So regardless of what type of marketing you're doing, and this goes back to the car wash example again, you can have the best marketing in the world, but if you don't have a solid culture or a reason for people to be loyal, for people to just want to be there and stick around, then your marketing isn't going to pay off, because people they might join, they might, come spend some money there, but they're not going to keep coming back. I didn't have to keep going back to that salon for 25 years, but I wanted to. It was more expensive than probably most of the other salons in town. But that didn't matter to me because of the experience and because of the culture there. So your marketing efforts are going to be wasted if you are marketing something that people aren't willing to stick around for, right? Because you're going to have to constantly be trying to continuously marketing to find more and more and more customers, because nobody's staying, right? Wouldn't you rather have repeat customers that just want to be part of the culture and want to stick around? I know I would. Your marketing is going to take a lot less effort if you're building upon a base of a community that's already in place than just having people come in and like a sieve and just go right through the bottom and just not stick around. Isn't it more enjoyable to have a community that just keeps building on itself because people stick around, right? So that's why, regardless of what kind of a marketing ninja you might be or what kind of amazing marketing strategy you have, if you don't have a solid culture, people are not, likely not going to stick around. They're going to have that shiny object syndrome. Maybe they'll stick around for a little while, but when they see another offer, they're going to go check it out. And if that company has a better culture, they're going to move over there, right? That's just what's going to happen. So I wanted to talk about this today because I think this is a really important piece to understand when it comes to marketing, and to really make sure that you're taking care of the people that you bring in to whatever kind of business that you have. And if you can have some type of a culture built into your company, even better, right? So before I end, I just want to read a couple things from a book that talks about this as well, about the importance of your people. So also part of the mastermind that I'm on, the culture that I'm in, we have a book of the month every month that we all read. The book of the month a couple of months ago was called The Last Arrow, Save Nothing for the Next Life. And I love this book so much. I read a lot of my books on Kindle, and I don't know if you know this, but when you can highlight things on your Kindle, and then you can go like pull up a page on your laptop that has all of your highlights on it. So I'm just going to read you a couple of my highlights. I actually made a video about how to do that. If you're interested in that, I will link to that. In The Last Arrow, he talks about the importance of finding your people, your tribe, right? So I just want to read you some of my highlights about this. When you surround yourself with great people, it elevates who you are. If you want to have great character, surround yourself with people of great character. If you want to take great risks, surround yourself with a tribe of risk takers. If you want to live a life of adventure, then choose a tribe that makes life an adventure. You will become who you walk with. I love that. Okay, here's another one. It's essential, above everything else you pursue in life, whatever else you may desire or long for, whether it's success or wealth or power or celebrity, to make sure that nothing in your life has a greater value than finding your tribe. You need to find your people, because as long as you walk alone, you will never know your strength. Your greatest strength is not when you can prove that you don't need anyone. Your greatest strength is when you no longer have to prove that you can do it alone. There is strength in numbers. There is a strength that comes when you walk together with those who are of one heart and one mind as you. And then the last highlight that I have here is to live the life God created you to live, to ensure that everything within you is unleashed for the good of humanity. Even if your ultimate longing is to find yourself, you need to find your people. So I just wanted to share those. I highly recommend the book as well. And I just wanted to share that because it's so important to find your people and to have that culture in place, not only for the longevity and the success of your business, but for the enjoyment of it. I mean, isn't it more enjoyable to build a business with like-minded people that you love to be around, the people that you'd want to be stranded on that island with? I think so. And I know, for me, being a part of something like that is so helpful when I go through challenges in my business or challenges in my life, to have that culture to plug into, people who support me and love me, and to be able to do the same for the other people in the community as well. So I hope that this has been helpful. And if I would love to hear your comments. If you have a culture that you're a part of, I would love to hear about what that experience has been for you. If you don't and you want to learn more about the amazing culture that I'm a part of, I'm happy to share that with you. And I will provide a link to where you can learn more about that in the show notes, in the description, if you're watching this on YouTube. And I really would love, if you're like-minded, we would love to have you as part of our culture. So let me know if you have any questions. I hope this has been helpful. I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video or on the next podcast episode.